Picture this. You're halfway through your morning coffee when a single notification lights up your phone. It's a match! What you can't see on that bright screen is the shadow just behind it. Last year, digital dating scams siphoned more than $1 billion from hopeful romantics, and assault reports linked to top apps quietly climb every quarter. Still, the promise of finding your person keeps millions thumbing through profiles day after day. Tonight you'll hear 4 first-hand encounters that prove a perfect selfie can hide a perfect storm. Each begins with a casual, "Hey, you free Friday?" and ends in adrenaline-spiked terror. Listen closely. The warning signs hide in plain sight. Gabriel had lived in Austin barely a month when his phone chimed with a match. Jade, all kaleidoscope scarves and watercolor sunsets. Their chat felt harmless. She gushed about street art murals, swapped thrift shop playlists, peppered messages with galaxy emojis. On meetup night, Jade slipped from her duplex and glided silently to Gabriel's car, sandalwood drifting behind her. She followed him all the way around to the driver's door, staring, head tilted, like she was memorizing his silhouette for later. Red flag, sure, yet curiosity overrode instinct. During the ride downtown, she spoke in a conspiratorial whisper. Gabriel kept leaning closer, catching phrases like crystal harmonics and sacred metals. At Moondog Bar, she chose a flickering back booth, where the only light was a failing neon cactus. Conversation ebbed and flowed, art school, microdosing, live jazz, until Jade fingered the antique locket at her throat. "This isn't jewelry," she breathed. "It's proof they never managed to kill me." She claimed she was Anastasia. Yes, that Anastasia, whisked from Bolshevik bullets by mystics, immortal through bloodline alchemy. Gabriel snorted, half joking, half tipsy. Jade's pupils dilated. She rose, voice suddenly cutting through the bar's buzz. "You dishonor royal lineage." Back at Gabriel's apartment, the air felt electrically wrong. Jade snatched a tumbler of rye, dunked 2 fingers, and painted a cross of whiskey on Gabriel's cheek. "My family curses oppressors," she hissed, nails tightening around his throat. "Your ancestors will pay." The spell broke only when Gabriel croaked an apology. Jade's mood flipped to playful. She crawled onto the rug, purring about her cat disciples. He watched, stunned, as she pawed invisible yarn, meowing for someone named King Whiskers. When Jade asked to light Gabriel's personal sage bundle, he refused. Her eyes flashed wildfire. She bolted outside, screaming, "May you rot in your arrogance!" 10 minutes later, she pounded on the door for her phone. Gabriel cracked the lock. Jade lunged for the whiskey instead. Elbow braced against the frame, he blocked her. She spat a final curse and vanished into the humid night. For weeks, Gabriel couldn't pass the spice aisle without tasting fear. Every creak in the hall sounded like clawed fingertips, searching for a second chance to hex him. But Jade wasn't the only date whose charm curdled into violence. Lila, a 24-year-old emergency room nurse, spent her rare days off doom-scrolling until a profile named Marcus sent a respectful, "How's your shift?" He even Venmo'd her wine money so she could unwind before visiting his place. The gesture felt oddly gallant after a 12-hour slog. Marcus's bungalow looked Pinterest-ready, potted succulents, Edison bulbs, except for 4 upper cabinets that were punched into splinters. Shards still glittered on the countertop like fake snow, and the sour smell of torn plywood clung to the air freshener haze. "Bad day," he shrugged, knuckles mottled purple. Lila decided not to prod. Bruised wood wasn't a crime scene. Yet, she did, however, clock the second red flag, an identical fist-sized hole in the hall drywall, half hidden behind a leaning poster frame. 2 craft beers later, the atmosphere imploded. Marcus hurled a metal bar stool across the room, shrieking wordless rage. Before Lila could process, he sank his teeth into her calf, hard enough to bruise purple. Adrenaline drowned her nerves. She hammer-fisted his thigh, buying a heartbeat of distance. Marcus's friend suggested a moonlit fishing trip to cool off. Lila agreed, planning escape in her own car. At the curb, Marcus begged her to ride with him, hands trembling. She refused. He slammed her door so violently the rearview mirror quivered, then stalked off, muttering about loyalty tests. 3 blocks later, headlights carved a corner and caught Marcus standing dead center in the lane. He sprinted at her hood, slapped both palms down with a metallic clang, and dragged his fingers across the paint like talons scoring prey. He jerked at her locked handle, punched the back window, and chased as she reversed. Wheels spitting gravel, then rocketed away. Back home, Lila photographed the bruises, evidence for tomorrow's police file, and sobbed under scalding water. Marcus texted claiming he'd blacked out. She sent a single reply, a close-up of the bite marks. Then, she blocked him everywhere and swapped her cute checkered seat covers for plain charcoal ones. Anything to erase the memory of bone-deep teeth. An obsession can bloom without a single in-person meeting. Graduate research, 3 part-time jobs, and tutoring left Nadia precisely 0 minutes for romance, so she deleted her dating profile with polite farewells. One match, Aaron, a shy software tester, asked to keep texting. His memes were harmless, his grammar impeccable. She allowed it. After 3 months of light banter, they penciled in a friendly coffee, strictly post-exam. As finals loomed, Aaron's messages multiplied into daily novellas. He started calling the meetup a date. Nadia clarified. Aaron's tone flipped overnight from cordial to volcanic. She blocked him on social media. That night, her phone blew up. 37 calls and voicemails between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. Blocking wasn't simple on her budget carrier, and Aaron knew it. He texted hour-by-hour breakdowns of her schedule, details he'd pieced together from weeks of casual chat, promising to pop up when you least expected. Sleep became impossible. Nadia rotated between couch, bed, and bathroom floor, phone clutched in case the next vibration was campus security, not Aaron's newest rant. She stuffed a rolled towel against the front door gap so his footsteps wouldn't silhouette beneath the frame. Even her goldfish bowl looked menacing in the glow of her desk lamp. When his threats sharpened to, "Girls like you get what you deserve and I'll be the lesson," Nadia filed a report. Police traced SIM cards and discovered Aaron had registered 3 burner numbers in 24 hours. An emergency judge approved a restraining order. Deputies served it before dawn. The instant papers hit his hand, Aaron's digital presence vanished. No more avatars, no more ringing. Silence felt surreal, like stepping from a roaring engine into snowfall. Nadia still silences notifications at dusk. Peace, she's learned, is quieter than likes. Yet sometimes the danger waits in the same room, gleaming beneath a carnival mask. After 2 sluggish months stateside, world traveler Mia craved novelty. She matched Finn, a vinyl-collecting barista whose bio quoted The Cure. At the speakeasy, he looked older than his filtered selfies, but spoke fluent sarcasm, and Mia ordered a second gin fizz. Finn invited her for 1 cup of coffee at his studio apartment 3 blocks away. On the stairs, he joked that most women refused in case he was a psychopath. Mia quipped back, "Maybe I'm your danger," masking unease. Inside, the absence of a couch meant perching on the edge of his unmade bed. Finn excused himself to the bathroom. That's when Mia noticed a goofy goat mask, propped against a feline one, eye holes staring, a gleaming Bowie knife, and a small wood axe within arm's reach, a black hoodie draped over the dresser, a box of latex gloves beside the only lamp. Her brain performed frantic mental math, distance to the door, weight of her phone as a weapon, likelihood that neighbors would hear a scream through century-old brick walls. The goat mask seemed to grin wider with every calculation. From behind the bathroom door, Finn began humming, low, tuneless, almost ritualistic, turning the studio into something staged. Like she'd stumbled onto the wrong side of a 2-way mirror, an inner voice screamed, "Move now!" Mia rose, eased the latch, and slipped into the hall. She padded downstairs, each step a drumbeat of borrowed time, and only burst into a sprint when cool night air kissed her cheeks. In the rideshare, she blocked Finn on every app. Maybe those masks were leftovers from Halloween. Maybe the gloves were for painting. The axe a camping relic. Mia will never know, and she's fine with that. Survival is the cleanest ending of all. 4 very different profiles. One shared truth. Red flags look pastel under low lighting. Whether it's mystic royalty smearing whiskey sigils, a rage biter staging midnight roadblocks, a digital stalker mapping your life, or a would-be slasher posing as a coffee date, the danger always escalates once isolation begins. Apps push flashy safety banners, then bury them under premium features. Predators evolve faster than updates. So if you're jumping back into the swipe scene, tattoo these rules to your muscle memory. First, meet in public. Non-negotiable. Control your own transport. Never give up the wheel. Share live location with a friend. Plus, a screenshot of the profile. Watch for instant intimacy language. Soulmate, meant to be, coffee at my place. And lastly, trust gut over etiquette. An awkward walkout is cheaper than trauma therapy. Dating should spark butterflies, not cortisol. Swipe smart, stay curious, and pass this video along to someone scrolling through their own stack of strangers. Because the next life you save could be thumbing a screen right now. It might even be your own.